Hello and welcome. Hope you guys and girls are well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. And you joined me here, of course, on American Truck Simulator. And I'm going to be doing two things today. Showing you this, which is the new Kenny. It's the new T680. And it's the 100th edition. And it's got I've got my Michelin wheels on it. And everything else. This, I've still got to change my number plate. Yes, before anyone says, I know. I've got to get on World of Trucks and do all that. I keep forgetting to do it. Is it 902 or 903 subscribers I've got now? And so I'm going to really need to get that updated. Not long now. We're on the last stretch to 1,000 subscribers. Subscribers, I should say. But I thought I'd quickly show you around. And for you guys and girls that don't know, this is a fairly new truck. It came out just before Christmas, and they've going to do some more work on it. It's still like a work in progress thing. I'm going to give you my impressions of it. Do I love it or do I hate it? I'm sort of in between. So let me adjust that. I've got a temporary little light desk clock kind of. There we go. Will you go up there? No, you won't. Okay, that's going to have to work. It's going to have to work as it is. Just give you guys a bit more extra light on there so you can see what's going on with the dash. I'm losing light quickly, so it's just a little clip-on light that you see for book reading and stuff like that. It's not a bad little light actually. One other thing, it works better. Well, it's less clutter than the other big light I've got. I'll show you something before we set off. I'm going to quickly show you something. No, I don't want to be in here. I want to be. Where's it gone? Controls. It's bottom one. Yes, I'm rocking one of them. It's the cheaper one. As you can see, it's not the chrome or metal one. It's the cheaper one for about 50, 60 quid. On you can get them Amazon, or you can get it from. Bear a second while I do something. Close up that. Amazon or eBay. You could even maybe get on eBay, or you can go straight to the Thrustmaster site and buy them directly from them. Of course, I'm still in. Handbrake's still on, so let's go and pick up my job. I'll show you what my job is once we get there. I don't know if I can turn right. Actually, oh look, a student driver trailer. Those student drivers. Don't many upon them today. So sometimes some people might disagree. Oh, okay. Why don't I just drive out here then? I didn't even realise this road was round the back here. Right, that makes my life a lot easier. I don't have to turn around at all and just drive straight out. I thought that was just going round the back end of the yard. Maybe I do need to go back to school. Truck driving school. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, the reason why I'm trying that out. I saw it and I thought, ooh, I get to try a Thrustmaster shifter one, because it's going to be the same components. It's just going to be different. It's going to be plastic instead of metal. They might have used slightly cheaper components in it, but not a great deal. Wrong brake. Try that brake. And secondly, the other reason is I bought it. Well, it's 3 reasons actually. Second reason was mainly what I want to do. Now you're going to sit there and think I'm crazy when I tell you this. I'm planning to modify it. Long term, I want to get a completely new wheel. There's nothing actually wrong with my G27 wheel. It runs alright, it works alright. It's got my modification on it already, 2 modifications on it already. And it works as a steering wheel. It does what it's supposed to do. And it's been a good wheel. I've had it for years and I've used it and abused it. And I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't slate it for the world. It's a good wheel. My future plans, I'm thinking about getting a Moser wheel, direct drive. I'm gonna have to get a complete new pedal set as well. I'm planning to get a Logitech slowed cell pedal set. And obviously I need a new shifter as well, because all my stuff was G27, so it's all integrated. There are ways and means you can get around that. So I wanted to try a Thrustmaster shifter. But I want to modify the shifter. Now, what on earth are you going to do by... What do you mean by modify it? It works, doesn't it? Well, yeah, it works. In a sense, I've already modified it by putting my SKRS shifter on it. But I want to modify it to a point so I can take it to bits. Now you might be going, no, don't blame me, because back in my mind I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm thinking, why, oh why, would you be stupid enough to take a shifter? It's brand spanking new, although it was technically sold as used like new. I got an extra tenner off of it because of that. And I still had £10 left on my Amazon gift vouchers to spend on Christmas, so it didn't cost me that much at all. So I figured if I'm going to break it, at least I haven't, well I have, but I haven't spent a lot of money doing what I want to do. Now you might be thinking, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to improve the Thrustmaster shifter? What do you think? Why do you think your knowledge is better than what Thrustmaster have already put out there? I don't think that at all. I think Thrustmaster at the moment, although I've been using it briefly, not massive amounts, but briefly I've used it. It isn't a bad little shifter actually. Its throws a bit long. It's a bit on the tall side for a. I wouldn't recommend it for racing because it's just such a long throw on it. But it's not a bad little shifter, especially if you're just like into sim driving games like me. I would recommend it. Wrong button, simulator. That's the one I need. Now I've still got an auto because technically this is an automatic. So you might be wondering why I've spent again. Still wondering why. I can just go into manual with it. I've tried it on manual and it's not bad. The gate's a bit different compared to my Logitech. So there's a bit of a learning curve reference to that. Can I lean out any further? No, I can't. I'm at an odd angle to this trailer. It's just, there's no shame in shunting forward again if you think you need it. It's looking good that side. Come on, track IR, let me stick my head all the way out. I think we're in. I'm hoping we're in. Yeah. Cool. Brake on, engine off. Attach. Right, I'll show you the run we've got. It's a nice and short run, hopefully. From here to there. Didn't get to go do the Kansas events. Again, for the same reason I didn't do the Christmas events. Well, I did them, but I didn't show you guys it. I didn't have enough time. Brake is on. Trailer brake is now set. Engine, sorry, main brake off. Yeah. We are good to go, right? I think we can come back out of this side of the yard. My gut says we can go this way. I'm going to go with my gut. Yeah, look at that. 2 for 2, peeps. 2 for 2. Easier ways in and out of the yard than I thought. Yeah, so I'm going to modify it. Now, how am I going to modify it? Going back to the shifter. I'm going to take it to bits. Oh, why are you going to take it to bits? Yeah, you may still be wondering, and I digressed. Reason I'm going to take it to bits is I'm going to try modify it to a way so then it acts like a proper gearbox. Now, when I say like a proper gearbox, I mean a proper gearbox. Like, if you are manual, for people that don't drive, when you're driving a manual transmission, for people who drive automatics, I've got no problem against people who drive automatics. I can see why you do it. Brilliant for town driving and very easy. Those people old school that like driving manuals, I like driving manuals too. But also I don't mind driving automatics as long as they're not the ones that kind of creep forward on you when your foot's not on the brake. That's what handbrake's for, Kev. You know, I don't know what you're saying, but you know what I mean. When you go to take your foot off the brake and then go to put it onto the accelerator, ready to accelerate, it starts creeping forward, and that's always been a thing I hate about automatics that do that. I don't know who has priority here. Someone please tell me how this works. These little lights. I'm just gonna go. I should research it really. But where do I start? If you're wondering about the engine sound, it's a Creech pump. It does work with this new trailer unit. Tractor unit, I should say. Now, do I need to be on the left or the right? The left, my gut is telling me.
Keep left.
Yep.
And then turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, so I'm gonna now going back to what I was saying. I just remember where I got to. When in the manual, when you go to shift gears. Now, if you don't put your foot on the clutch and then try to push it into gear, you'll get a lot of resistance on the gearbox itself. You'll also get a horrible grinding noise like we do when I do drive manual on this, and I don't get it right. It's known as, some people call it power shifting, some people call it floating. No, it's just basically shifting without your clutch. There's another gearbox called a dog leg clutch. Or sorry, dog leg gearbox. It's similar in aspect to that. You can change without using your clutch. Anyway, I'm digressing to the trailer brake on. So if you go to put you into gear, you'd feel a bit of resistance and it grind and grind and grind until you forced it into the gate, breaking your gearbox and doing a lot of damage at the same time, and you'd stall because you've not got your clutch in. Same goes for shifting when you are actually moving. If you go from one gear to the other, you depress the clutch, take it out of gear, put it into next gear, release the clutch. In old school trucking, it used to be known as double D'ing the clutch, and some of them still do that. And actually that is the recommended, well, it's not necessarily the recommended thing through like Eaton Fuller, but they do recommend that you do depress your clutch. Now there is a school of thought. I'm in the wrong lane. That's not the school of thought. This lane's fine though, it does work. I'm not in the left hand lane. There's a school of thought. Some drivers say you should really double D your clutch. So for those people that don't know, again, you press the clutch down, take it out of gear, pull the clutch up, press the clutch down again, push it into the next gear. And what that's supposed to do is it just resynchronizes the box to the engine revs, and so it gives you an easier way of shifting. I can see that side of the fence, but also I can see why people just hold the clutch in, take her out of gear, put it into the next gear, and then release the clutch like they would on a normal car, or a normal standard transmission. There are arguments for both techniques, and
Go straight on.
I'm not allowed. Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah, okay, got away with that. I should have slowed down really, but
Turn left.
I didn't want to.
Turn left.
There are pro people with double D clutching, and people that aren't, and say double D clutching is not necessary. There's pros and con people to it, same as anything else in life. I can see why people think that. And, you know, using a clutch, Eaton Fuller to expressively state you should use your clutch. You shouldn't float the gearbox. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, and it's not something you shouldn't do. I can see why people do float. One, it saves lighting offense really. Okay, fine, I'll put the lights on. It's because it's slightly foggy. Yeah, there are arguments amongst them, and them to their own. I can see points, and I can see why people think that, and you know why they think that. I'm not going to join sides on which way's the best and which way's the worst. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, you feel a bit of resistance. Now, on a sim rig or any
Right. And then exit right.
any racing shifter or any simulator shifter.
Exit
Ooh,
right.
Jesus. I wasn't expecting it. No, it is going this way. Sorry, peeps. Just emergency brake for no reason. I saw that right, and my brain went, I need to go down there. But then I was thinking, well, no, I need to come up here. I second-guessed myself. Anyway, I've just... Someone behind me has gone, But anyway...
Get ready to turn right.
But on any game shifter,
Turn right.
and I'm not saying most common or garden ones, including Thrustmaster, Logitech, Moser, Phonetic, any that you can think of, you just shift. You just push it, you get no vibration through the shifter, you get no sensation other than actually just pushing it through the gear. And it's very, very toy-like. Now, there are people out there that have already started doing what I'm already doing now, or planning on doing. There's one guy that actually makes them I'm not going to put links in the description. The reason I'm not going to put links in the description to doing that, he's charging way too much. And when I say way too much, it's £1,000, just over £1,100 for him to build you one. That is too much money, if you're asking me. I can go 60 along here, but I think it's gonna 65. I can go 65 along here. Right, so I'm gonna increase the speed up. That's as fast as it's gonna let me go. It's not gonna let me go any quicker than that. Why are you slowing down, truck? Oh, it will do. Railway crossing ahead. Keep an eye out for the railway signs. I'm gonna back off on the accelerator a bit. There we go. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying. Yeah, so what I plan on doing is similar to what this guy's already done. Is making the gearbox so it gives you resistance and it vibrates like a real gearbox would do. There's another guy, if I can remember the links, he's already done one, and he's not building them. Several people had asked him to build them one, sorry, I should say. But he's got a whole load of videos and step by step on how he built his, and he's even got like web pages with instructions you can download, 3D print your own stuff, and build your own. I'm not planning on going down that route either, but I'll try and find the links for that because I think that's impressive, and then that gives you, if you're good with you have a 3D printer and you're good at building stuff, I've just pointed the way for you. But what I'm planning to do, again, I keep digressing, I'm sorry peeps. What I plan to do is...
Caution. Please mind
on the speed limit, okay.
Go straight on.
35, really? Okay, it is built up, I guess. That'll do, it's close enough. Yeah, so what I plan to do is take it to bits and then building some sort of mechanism. So one, it restricts
Please watch the speed limit.
how you change gears. So if I were to try and float with it, and I get the shift wrong, it's going to recognize that, and it's going to give me the resistance like it would if it was like a real gearbox. It'll also work in a sense like for any driving game. If you don't depress the clutch, it's going to fight you and not let you change gear.
Go straight on.
And it have a vibration feature to it, and again it's going to have mechanisms to so it stop you from pushing it into gear. As easy as it would be as if it was just a stock shifter.
Caution.
I'm speeding.
Please mind the speed limit.
It's going up to 45, so there. And that's my plan for it. That is I know it's a long-winded way about going around it, I know. But that is my plan for it, is to take it to bits, see if I can integrate that mechanism into it, and or vibration factor into it, and then put it back together again. And that's the reason I wanted to do that, because I figured it's cheap. It doesn't matter if I break it, or it does matter. I'll be a bit miffed because it's just throwing good money away, and I won't be able to do anything under warranty because I've taken it to bits. But if it does get broken, it's not such a horrible aspect than if I were to do it with my Logitech shifter. If I were to do it with my Logitech shifter and break that, then pretty much broken my complete wheel set in a sense, because I won't be able to use that part of it anymore.
Go straight on.
And it'd be a crying shame because they don't make the G27s anymore. And I did want to go for a whole G29 setup because I want to go for the whole direct drive, see if that improves my improves the game experience for me. I've reintegrated the engine vibration feature through the wheel again. I've dialed it down so it's very mild, only very slightly shakes the wheel,
Turn left.
because I thought it was just overkill. Right. But long term, I wouldn't mind getting a direct drive, and Moser at the moment is the cheapest route to go.
Turn left.
I don't want to spend a huge... I want to find a place where they let you try one. I have to go on their website and have a look and see if they've got any places locally to me that have a place where I can actually just try one. Because I wouldn't mind just trying one first and see if it's really worth the outlay. Oh, I can't see round here very well. I might have to cheat cam. I pull it slightly over this way. That's better. See, now I've got it, so I can actually feel it slightly vibrate. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera. Again, the light's not great. I apologise about that in advance. But it's the best I can work with at the time. I can go. I was asleep there. Not literally, but metaphorically. I was looking at those road signs thinking they're cars when they're not. See that popping then? That doesn't help. I'm blaming the game for my poor driving, aren't I? Don't really want to necessarily pull out of anyone in front or anyone if I don't have to. I'm going to have to do it. There we go. We managed that just. Wasn't the safest of manoeuvres, but at least we got there. Anyway, that's that out of the way. Well, sort of. The next thing is what do I think of this Kenny? It's not bad. It handles just like the other Kenworths. Pretty much very similar. A bit top heavy. Other than that, it's okay. I like the fact it's got gauges on it. It's good. The interior looks alright. I know it's a work in progress. SCS have said they're going to do improvements to it. Reference to, it's not got many options on it now at the moment. Cab options and or gearbox options or anything like that. I'm sure there's already some mods out there that get around that. I'm pretty sure I've seen them already. I can speed up here. Let's speed up. What I don't like about it is the silly little side mirrors. They're useless. I know you've got the main cameras here, which are taking over those mirrors, and it's good that the fact that they put in that extra redundancy just in case the camera has a fault, gets broken. I don't know where the main camera. I'll be honest. On a DAF in the UK, the camera is just on top of the pillar here. I'm pointing, but you can't see, but I'll point with my head. It's just on the top pillar there. And it's like a little like teardrop plastic thing. A few guys and girls have not noticed them. And that's where the camera's hiding. It's unlikely it gets smashed off because it's quite close to the cab, but I can foresee, I've already had drivers saying that they're worried about that happening. And I can foresee that actually happening as well. If they go through something that's a bit low down, like tree branches or something like that, and it clips the side of that just right, it'll take it completely out and probably tear the cables in the process and break it.
Go straight on.
That's another thing I hate about this. It's warning you there's a truck there. Yes, I know, it's warning you there's a vehicle there. Great. I already knew it was there. The other downside to that, I don't think I can demonstrate in this. Actually, I might be able to do it in
Keep
this.
left and then turn left.
red, so
Turn
red's
left.
me stop. If I'm stopped. Oh, I didn't do it. Oh, it's going to prove me a liar now. The other day, when I was at one of these junctions, it might be because the way they're coming and going. As they were coming round from the right to the left of me, it was going nuts, and I wasn't even moving, and it was driving me absolutely crazy. It's like, you don't need to notify me that there's a car there. I'm not doing that sort of manoeuvre. But I guess the limitations are probably the same in real life as well. Ideally, I shouldn't really need to indicate anyway, because I'm in the lane for turning, and I should just indicate at the last moment. I turn the indicator off and wait when we set off. That's a way around it.
Go straight on.
It's handy for when you just go into autopilot and then you flick the switch and think, oh yeah, there's a car there. It kind of limits on what you do, because now if I were to be alongside that car there and put the indicator on, knowing he's head there, it's still going to warn me that he's there, and I already know he's there. 40 along here, cruise control on. But they're the only real things I don't like about the truck, is those little mirrors. They just have no real purpose. They're great as an additional feature. I don't know whether the camera's integrated into that mirror or not, or whether it's actually looking on the outside of the truck. I can't see a camera pod anywhere, so I can only assume it... Oh, green means go, Kev. I can only assume it is part of that mirror. Which means... Which is stupid, really, because if you were to wipe the mirror out, you're going to wipe out your camera anyway. So that redundant feature of having that mirror is it's not really a redundancy, really. It's just you're going to wipe out both of them no matter what. But I could be wrong. They might not have the mirror. They might not have the cameras in there. They might be mounted somewhere else. Without looking at the specs and how they've done it, I'm only guessing. And someone's probably shouting at the screen, well, you know, they're not in the mirrors, mate. You're an idiot. They're down here or up here or located here or whatever. I don't know, because we don't have any of the Kenworths over in the UK here. So I can't really... And I could have done some research, I admit. But I didn't. That's the only thing I really don't like about the truck. The lack of customization, but they're going to improve on that. So yes, I've already said they're going to improve on that. And those silly little mirrors.
Get ready to turn left.
If there was an option just to take their mirrors out and just have the cameras, great. Problem
Turn
solved.
left.
And they are kind of alright. You can look at them and see, but your eye's drawn to the actual camera anyway, so. But I like the rest of it. I like the dashboard. It all has the gauges and everything. All looks pretty nice. Although it's plastic. I'm not looking where I'm going. Though it is plastic, I suspect. But I like the cluster. That looks very nice. I'll wait till we've actually stopped and I'll go through it for you guys and girls that haven't seen it. Yeah, I've not driven the truck yet. Right, where do we stop?
It was a nice ride.
I'm guessing there. But anyway, before I go in there, I'll show you the instrument. That's that one. Hang on, if I do this right, I can probably do this right. Hang on, there we go. Right, zoom in. There we go. That's off. That's that. That's that. That's off. And then I'm guessing that's a different kind of off. No idea what that's all about. Why there's two different off options. There's an off with like a little thing on it, and then there's just an off. No idea. Can't really crink my neck. Oh, I guess there you go. Yeah, just put some sort of underlight under it. Again, your choices may vary, but that's the options for you. Anyway, I digress. Let's get this thing in before people start falling asleep on me. You've not parked that great, mate. Thank you very much. I'm now going to have to try and wing that round you. I might cheat camera this a bit. Just for content purposes and bad driving purposes. Right. Reverse. As soon as I get past that little tug, then I'll be alright. And I know you can't do this in real life. Poor people start. Yeah, I know. Right. But that mirror is not effective. That mirror is not effective, and that mirror is definitely not effective. I know there's FOV mods as well, but I just prefer doing this if I can. I don't want to swing it too quickly and hit the front end of that tractor unit. Right, there we go. I think I'm probably up against the curb the other side. Oh no, not doing too bad. Now I'm in a situation where I haven't got my flashes on, I know. Flashes are on. Wrong window. That's the window I want. I can now stick my head out and eat the microphone at the same time. Swing it round enough so I can sort of see what's going on. Right. Just in case, there's no shame in shunting forward. I will shunt forward just to straighten things out again. That's better. Now I can see what's going on, sort of. What I'm really frightened about is that little shunter. That wasn't there, I wouldn't be overly fast, but because that shunter's there, I don't want to go up too close to it. That's my excuse, I'm going to stick to it. There we go. There we go, that's good enough. It's not against the dark, I know, but it's good enough for government work and content purposes. Right. Lights out. Hazards off. Engine off. And detach. Show results now, thank you very much. Continue. Again, sorry about the light peeps, but I'm working with what I'm working with. It did work to a point, so hopefully for you guys and girls. But I hope you guys and girls, if you guys and girls are still watching, that is, If you guys and girls are still watching, you must have enjoyed it. So thank you very much in advance for watching it. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to like. If you didn't enjoy it for any reason at all, please feel free to dislike. Please leave comments down below, or any other comments you'd like to leave down below, so then I can try to improve in future videos. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out. I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel and want to see future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're aware as soon as I upload a new video. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.